to be a change of the bowling at the nursery end. Bellingham, right-handed batsman.
Sometimes he's just his own fellow, and he's
outside edge. Nah, it's going to go down to third man.
Well, that's right. So, well, you can imagine it even say if true, but that's so. That's right.
Another edge. So there might be a bit of movement still. As I was saying in my pitch report, there's still a bit of movement if you can get the ball in the right areas. This thick outfield is keeping the ball new. That's why you've got to bat until it gets old. More runs down to Birdman. Bird outside edge, and they should come back for 2 here. And they do. At the Cracknell Reserve, you just have to bat for 10 overs, and the ball will be old, and you'll be ready to slap the boundaries with your stroke making. Here, you have to bat for at least day 1 before the ball gets old enough for you to play your shots.
Well, I did sent off, and so I wasn't aware of that incident, but I know no one...
George on strike. Oh, glanced away. Another good single. I think that's a good move by George. Bellingham's going to be making some runs. He's got to be spending a lot of time in the middle, so you might as well give him the strike, let him get his eye in as soon as possible.
Well, yes. So as not to be such an easy target.
And lucky there. Whew. Wow.
At the moment
What an incredible ball. Bellingham glancing it in the air, falling short of square leg having a dash, and overthrows. So, an eventful delivery. It's 2 for 80. So, the bowler bowling at the nursery end. And an edge. The edges aren't coming to hand for the Riversideans. This might be a major time for the match. That's 4 outside edges this bowler's gotten. None of them have been taken. Another outside edge. This bowler must be bowling something good. And they'll take 2. Whether the bowler is doing something with the ball or he's just the pitch. It's getting the outside edges, it's getting the action. They've put a second slip in play. They need to take those wickets. And they'll take the single.
With Llewellyn, because Llewellyn's a pretty weird guy too.
More runs behind the wicket. They'll have a dash. There'll be 1 more run. 2 more runs.
Yeah. Well, that's what. I know he went off. I didn't know.
Big crowd. So, George on to strike. He's played an exceptional innings. Oh, another edge. Riverside could be taking a couple of wickets here, but they're not. Whether this edging continues or stops is a key factor. They might is. So, Bellingham on strike. And a bit of extra bounce. Bellingham unable to play it very well. So, Bellingham on strike here. Yes, he's finding a bit difficult here, Bellingham. Ball's not coming onto the bat, it's just bouncing up, tennis ball like at him. It will get easier for him, but he just has to stay out there. This is the Channel 8 24-hour sport channel. Remember to email your comments at channel8sports@hotmail.com. I'm Chukka Wilson. This is Mill Park Lakes. Oh, well played shot there by Bellingham. He goes on to 6. Of late, there's been some very bad management by Channel 8. We missed Del Mastro's wicket in the semi-final, and then we missed Mitchell's wicket. So it was rather an unfortunate case. We just haven't been able to get organised to get the first ball of the match, and it's rather disappointing because there were 2 major wickets that weren't captured on film. George onto strike here. Oh, look at that ball. Just remember, if you've seen something on Channel 8 that you want to own on video forever, then why not go to Channel 8 Name a Game, where you can order up any tape of any match this season for a small price. You could have your piece of Panton Hill Channel 8 memorabilia. Bellingham on strike. Leg glanced into the gap. So, medium fast bowler to bowl. No, he's not going to bowl. Bellingham onto strike. Let's see what he can do here. And big swing and a miss. There were a lot of omens surrounding Panton Hill in grand finals. We have 2 years ago, Diamond Creek, the grand final went horribly wrong, being bowled out for a score under 100 and suffering a terrible defeat. Then they tried to get an outright victory and they didn't take a single wicket. There's very bad memories there. Panton Hill trying to correct history by winning this one against Riverside here at the fabulous ground. Oh. Still got a very strong southerly blowing down the ground, making this bowler's job harder. And a glance by Bellingham. He'll get a run, maybe 2 if they hurry, but they don't. But they will. No, they won't. Bad running there from Bellingham, wasn't paying attention to the ball and just cost himself an extra run. Well played, the ball. And he's gone! That's the end of Bellingham. Riverside are back on top here. It's 90 for 3. The extra bounce getting rid of Bellingham. Going for the leg glanced. It popped up and snaffled there by the fielder. Bellingham's out. There's George. That's the end of Bellingham. He didn't make as little as he made last time, but still wasn't able to cash in on what should be a brilliant batting match. There's Gilmore. Look at his stats. Good average. Lots of runs, plenty of 50s. He's in good form. And he should really be spending a lot of time out in the middle. He also made a duck in the grand final, so he's got some history to rewrite himself. Ty Gilmore. Playing a miss. So well played by George. He's sticking to his guns. Wants to keep on batting. Got a long way to go yet. It's a long grand final. Grand finals take a long time. Well played. I think if George won 3rd place in the Channel 8 Player of the Year Award ceremony, which was held a couple of nights ago at the Channel 8 Theatre. So, George onto strike here. Left alone there. There's the Riverside Pavilion, cleverly concluded by the South Marine Creek Club. And there's the Panton one for all the teammates around. I'm afraid we're going to have to leave our South Australian viewers to going to have to go to their 45-hour marathon of the country hour. So see you after that marathon back on Channel 8. Remember to all our Channel 8 subscribers to simply press the red on your top edge there. It's going to be 4. Oh, that's some good fielding. Good fielding there by that young man. We'll have to check the action replay to see if that was saved. Looked to be a good piece of fielding there. Yes, as I was saying. Oh, another fabulous shot by George. Would he stop playing those fabulous shots? Another run. So, George on strike. Well defended there. Bad ball there. And that'll race away to down the 3rd man boundary. Picked up. And they'll get 2. Simply press the red button on your Channel 8 remote to go Channel 8 active for all the replays, highlights, commentary, stats you could possibly ask for. End of the over. I'll bet many a Channel 8 was just checking the replay of that delivery where George hit it down to third man. The camera had a perfect angle to see if it went for 4. The replay showed it was a close one. Good piece of fielding, but it may have been 4. Unsure. Channel 8. So Gilmore on strike. Oh, beaten there. Good ball. Panton Hill have broken the 100 mark. 3 wickets down, 3 for 105. They can just get to the end of day 1, possibly an extra 50 runs. 3 for 150. They'll be right in line to score 300. With big stroke makers like Dougal, Lagasic and Balding to come, you could really feel that 300's a bare minimum. Though in saying that, this ground is very slow, very hard to hit boundaries. We're yet to have our first Searle Demolition Derby boundary of the match. End of the over. 3 for 105. All defended there by George. And is that going to be our first little Demolition Derby boundary? No. Another fabulous shot. George must be coming up to a half century soon, and it'll be a fabulous one.
42,
Yes, George made his first ever half century, I think a couple of years ago, when he had a 144 run opening partnership with Bellingham, and it was a fabulous feat for the young man, but it was against a weak bowling attack. This is by far his best ever knock. Coming towards fabulous 50, and he can keep going. He could make 100 by the end of the 80 overs. You're watching Channel 8. Another fabulous drive. George is just playing out of his skin today. Just remember, if you want to own your own piece of Panton Hill memorabilia, then why not go to Name a Game, where you can select any of the Channel 8 tapes through the entire season and just pick one and you can own it forever. Got some fine tapes of Panton Hill versus South Morang with Whippersnapper and Bradley Mitchell slapping him. There's Thomastown where Al took all those wickets. There's St Francis, Panton Hill versus St Francis. What a fabulous match that was. And of course
the legendary match.
And there's of course Panton Hill versus Research. Research being bowled out for 33, and the one-day game between Panton Hill and Monty. Then there's the semi-final. The semi-final was one classic game of cricket, with Panton Hill ripping through the St Francisans like a piece of paper and some person.
St Franciscans, I think is the correct term.
And then there's this game, the incredible grand final.
Can we just focus on the bit of a confrontation? Is it a confrontation or a meeting of the minds?
Well, just
Wonder what it is they're discussing.
we can lip read.
There's obviously some issue there because
Well, he's pointing to the pitch, he's pointing to the pavilion, talking, looking at the counter, looking at the ball, staring at the pavilion, putting hands on their hips, looking over at the pavilion, hands in pockets, looking at the watch.
maybe they're surprised by having a drinks break. A drinks break where the players went off the ground too, so it's not a drinks break.
What is this?
What is this? Players have left the ground, so that's unusual.
The people are on the ground throwing balls to each other. I've never heard of this. Well, we're going to take a break here at Channel 8
And throw some balls to each other.
yes. Clearly we go on a break. And, oh, the umpire assaulting Neil Anderson. You have it first on Channel 8.
We've got the evidence.
Oh, he's pointing at him. Oh, how much did Mike Gadding get for that? Dear me. I'm just afraid to turn off the camera. We might miss some crucial
It
evidence.
might be needed in court.
Absolutely. Some ball tampering, perhaps. Some, and the umpire's given it to Neil. Neil's given it to the umpire. And we're about to run out of the tape, so I'm going to switch over to the other tape. This is Channel 8, 24-hour sport channel. The players are coming back from their...
We've been enjoying tape 1. Stand by for more action from tape 2.
In a second we're going to have to take a break and change the tapes over, but you won't know because you'll be watching the replay and all Channel 8 subscribers won't be missing out on any of the action. So we'll see you as... we'll take a break as soon as the tape runs out, which is in about 90 seconds time. Well, how do you feel about this match so far?
Well, it's evenly poised. Panton have got some runs on the board. They've got some wickets in hand, so they'd have to be thinking 150 to 250, and it's a slow ground, so that's going to be a reasonable score, providing that there's not a flurry of wickets.
Yes. So we're about to start off the session. Yes, a flurry of wickets is seriously something the Panton do not want. They've worked hard for this position. Got some batting to come. They just can't afford to lose too many wickets now. Can't reach his 50, George. It's been a very well put together 50. He's defended when he's had to, he's attacked when he's had to. He hasn't gotten any demolition derby boundaries, but who cares? He's played so well. And that'll be it, probably.
Possibly. That won't be it.
No.
Oh. It is not it.
Second career 50. What a fabulous half century it's been. And his run making goes on to close to 300 runs this season, and he has the second highest aggregate this season behind Bradley Mitchell. who has 700 something. This is day one of the exciting grand final. Panton taking on Riverside. It's quite a duel, and we'll be here for the entire match, no matter how long it goes. Channel 8. I'm Chukka Wilson. So, bowling against the wind, right arm seamer. Well defended by Gilmore. He had a bit of a scare last over, but he's corrected it. As you can see up in the sky, there's some dark rain clouds, so you might be in for some rain later on today. And what time for rain to come with the Barclay Shield Grand Final coming up. And what a shot, this could go down for 4, this could be a soil demolition boundary. It's holding up, it's holding up, it's holding up, but it's 4 more. Soil demolition derby. Woo! No, I got the boundary, but I wasn't recording when I said, oh.
Soil demolition derby.
No, I recorded that part as well.
Right.
But as you can see on the replay, that's what I didn't capture. As you can see on the replay, perfect camera work. Ball just trickling down before, and everyone will be going to the highlight package later on tonight to see that again. For all your Channel 8 subscribers, this is going around the world. Barbados Broadcasting in the West Indies. Run there to Gilmore. Canada TV Corporation United Proprietary Limited in the United States. And of course Sky in New Zealand. And nonetheless,
Sky's pretty well everywhere.
Right you are, Ken.
It's up, basically.
And that's the end of George. His quick single taking just took him one single too far, or not enough. As it was, he took on one fielder too many, or one fielder not enough, and he's run out. But straight to the fielder, went for the single. It had to be a direct hit to get him out. It was a direct hit. George is out for his highest ever score of cricket. A fabulous 50. It's been an incredible performance by George. What a grand final it's been for him. And will he have driven his team to a match-winning innings? And now it is a matter of batting the time for the Panton Hillians, with Luke Balding come to the crease. Very good average. He's been in good form, making consistent scores lately. Made 50 runs in the last 3 innings, so he's in a good touch, Jumpin Cliff Jones.
He is indeed there, Chukka, and he'll need to settle in. He won't have played on the bouncy all-weather track too often in his time, and it's important that he get used to that extra zip off the pitch.
Yes, I think this is a key moment, because we saw in the previous 2 times that we've seen him at the Cracknell Reserve, he has been exposed through the extra bounce that Panton Hill gets off a certain length. And with this bouncing extra off a good length, he could be in deep trouble if he gets himself into a bad position. Just should have another gully in play. It was a brilliant innings by George. He's capped off what has been a very good season with bat and ball. And that's the end of Luke Balding. Stunned there, and Chukka Wilson's theory was correct. The extra bounce has exposed his weakness in his technique, and he's been caught at slip. And now Panton Hill are in trouble. Luke Balding, unfortunate way to go. It looked really good in his 40, but now he's gone. McDougall. What will Rowan do in this crucial period of time? Disappointing way to go for Luke Balding. And now Panton really do need to defend here. With McDougall come to the crease, let's have a look at his career stats. Coming towards 600 career runs and an average of 16. Highest score, 32 not out. Looking at last time they met, it was at Riverside, Panton being bowled out for a low total without many of their key players, but it was a good piece of bowling by Barfield that saved that match and got them the points that they needed. So when you think about that, this match could very well be a classic.
I think Bellingham picked up a few wickets that day too.
I really feel that it's just a matter of getting on, making more runs. Get to 200. That's the first step. Now that they're how many wickets down? Five wickets down. Now they've just got to get to 200. Then they can look for bigger things. End of the over. Riverside on top.
Team mascot.
A different cricket ground to walk around. That's a bit of excitement.
So Gilmore on strike. Now that Gilmore's got his eye in and he's playing well, he'll have to be the senior partner with McDougall trying to hold it together. Bat till the stumps. That's half an hour away. Come on strike. And that picks the gap. A race down to the cover boundary, but no 4. We're in 4 at the Cracknell. Heath George won 3rd place in the Channel 8 Player of the Year Awards. Ty Gilmore came 2nd. Bradley Mitchell won the High Man Award of 1st place in the Channel 8 Player of the Year Awards. If you want to see this game again, the ball-by-ball replay is on tonight at 9:30 on Channel 8 17, and then the highlight package is on at both 5 o'clock on Channel 5, Channel 8-5, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning on Channel 32, Channel 832. Of course, on Channel 8, which is the channel you're currently on, just wait till the news for the briefing. It's hourly, you get news in a flash, and at 6 o'clock, got the full wrap-up of Grand Final Day 1. And just checking the skies, could be in for a spot of rain here. It's getting darker here, feeling little droplets on your arms, a few more droplets, and it would be a disappointing thing to have the match interrupted by rain. Oh dear.
Could be a pivotal moment.
We were saying with all those edges after the drinks break or the lunch break, that all those edges could have been a crucial moment. This could be a crucial moment. Dropping Gilmore when he's on something in the teens or the 20s. And it's starting to rain here at the South Marine Ground. Dougal on strike. Let's see what he can do with this delivery.
What a long run up that bowler's got. We could shorten it a little bit. Bizarre camera angles we've got here at Channel 8.
We're getting a very strong southerly. Very strong. Ridiculously strong. And that'll race away another Soil Demolition Derby boundary. Soil Demolition Derby. Woo! This is Channel 8, 24-hour broadcasting. I'm Chukka Wilson, your very esteemed commentator. You may ask yourself, with 150 channels, what could Channel 8 possibly be putting on during the winter? We have no clue. We have absolutely nothing to put on all winter, but we have so much to put on during the summer. End of the over. So, the right arm seamer bowling against the wind, continuing. And they'll take the single, coming towards the end of the day's play, where I've reached 53 overs, score 5 for 134.
Time for 4 more overs.
Definitely.
They can go in at 5 down. Well played for a bit of a run chase tomorrow morning.
Yes, they will be. This is a grand final after all, and who knows what a good total on this ground will be. Perhaps 200 will be a match-winning score, perhaps 250. Penn Hill will need to be able to look for those type of totals tomorrow. I don't think they'll make 300 now. I think it's out of their range. Quick single taken, and comfortably. This is